when your mom says, it's time you take care of me. And so I know that this is a controversial topic that I'm going to touch on. And I'm not here to, and it is very specific case by case solution. And I'm not giving a one size fit all solution, because each person's relationship and their financial situation or their living situation is very different. And so I need you to decipher for yourself what that means for you if you're in this situation. So one of the things that we feel very torn is the fact that when our parents say something like this, there is a lot of guilt. There is a lot of shame. There is a lot of anger. There is a lot of resentment. There is a lot of frustration. And so first and foremost, I always tell people, you have to process that first. What does that look like? Because when we have a conversation with our parents and we say no to that request, they will make us feel like we're the bad daughter. It doesn't matter what we do. If we don't do what they ask, if we don't give what they want, if we don't give them what they want, they are going to react in some way that is going to make us feel like we're the worst person in the world. So there are two ways of looking at this. One way is when I feel like, so for example, if my mom is doing this to me, and when I feel like I am the worst daughter in the world, one way of going through it is to list out all the things that is not true. So I will sit down and make a list of how is it not true. What have I done to qualify myself as a good daughter? So I have to come up as many points as I can to say that it's not true. I'm not a bad daughter because I did this for you. I did this for her. I did this for my mom. I did this, and list out all of them. And then once you have done all of that, then the other perspective of going at it is to embrace being the bad daughter. Would I rather be a bad daughter than to have to give from a very resentful position? Do I, or maybe some people have a very poor relationship with their parents, where the parents keep abusing them in some physical or emotional way. So would I rather be a bad daughter than have to put up with all those abuse? And so we have to come from both ends, because we are both, and it's not that we're a good daughter 100% of the time or we're a bad daughter 100% of the time. We have to come from both ends to accept that we are both a good daughter and a bad daughter, and we can accept this fact about us. Then we can say, okay, knowing that my mom's not going to change, knowing that this is where I am standing, and then the next step is probably like list out what you're willing to do. I'm willing to give this much. I'm willing to have her come over for this long. I'm willing to do this, like, and then you also list out what are you not willing to do. And then this is like a step-by-step process as to say, okay, I'm going through this, and I'm going to go through this. And then you can say, okay, now this is my boundary. And my mom is going to yell at me. My mom is going to guilt trip me. My mom is going to cry. And I cannot do anything about that. This is her responsibility to take care of her own emotion. It's not up to me to soothe her, to make her happy. I can only do what I can do. So this is how we go about doing this. I know this is going to be very complicated and difficult and challenging for some people, because growing up, we have a lot of guilt built into this. Like our parents have raised us in a way where we're always catering to them. And I get it. And I get it. For some people, they'll be like, do you know what? I am in a good financial situation, so I'm willing to give this, and that. And I have to, if for those people in those situations, maybe what they really want is for their parents to acknowledge them. So there are different things that we have to kind of come down to find out what is it that is holding us back from giving. And when we can nail that down, then we can go into to explore that scenario. Because some people, when I talk about financial situations, I've come across people who are just not willing to give anymore because they have been taken advantage of. And there are also people who are really adverse into going further with their parents because they're so abusive toward them. So it has to be case by case scenario. And at the same time, we have to understand that we have to start from us first to decide what it is that we want and to clear out our perspective of ourselves from our parents, how our parents label us. And so this is something I just wanted to share because it's a lot of it is very nuanced. It's not just you're a good daughter, you're a bad daughter, you're selfish, you're greedy. It's not that. It's very nuanced, and it's based on what we do and what our parents do, and it's a lot of fine tuning case by case. But this is the chance for us to develop our logical analytical skills, right? So it's not just leading by emotions, we also come from our logic. So that's what I want to share. I hope that this video helps. If you're going through something similar to this, I would love for you to share with me, either in a message or in the comment below, so that let's go through this together, because this is something that's a little bit more challenging. And yet I get it, and let's do this together so that you get to also live how you want to live, and not just by how your parents want you to live. Okay, that's it for today. Until next time.